What's up, Chode Nation? Today's top 5 is my favorite Game Chasers episodes.
Oh, it's Friday night. Don't know what I'm gonna do tonight. I could sit here and pick my nose while I watch a brand new video. Whoa, Top 5 Friday. Top 5 Friday tonight.
5.
Episode 14, The Chronicles of Mac Fest 4, The Journey Home. Here's why I like this episode. Well, you just come off a pretty fun and amazing weekend with friends, despite the lack of money. On the way home, this is the first time we discovered the Game Room Trading Post. Of course, everybody knows and loves Jimmy now, and his dad Mike, but this store is definitely in my top 5 stores in the country. The store still is amazing. Anytime we're on a road trip, someone comes with us, they always ask, are we going this direction so we can stop in there? And usually we oblige because, well, we like going there too. This is also the episode where Billy found that Super Nintendo sign that was most likely hanging up in a store in one of his childhood stores that he liked to visit called Jar Nintendo. So basically, because of our continued relationship with the Game Room Trading Post and finding something like that from what most likely is from his childhood, bringing back all the feels and whatnot, that makes number 5 on my list.
Leaving Mac Fest, we had a great time. Back on the road, my crotch is full of grime.
Jay riding shotgun, man, we had some fun. Went to DC, but now we gotta run. That's the way game chasing goes.
4.
Episode number 7, To Boldly Go Where No Lazy Crew Has Gone Before. Alright, why did I put this one on my list? It's a combination of a different kind of, nerd things. You got flea market in there, you have going to Comic-Con in there, you have me being very uncomfortable and kind of salty about wearing that stupid Star Trek shirt, which yes, I do still have. And that's always, that kind of stuff always makes for good video. It gives you guys some lulls, some laughs out there. But more specifically, let's go back to the flea market for a minute. This is when we found Contraforce, $2. And it wasn't just Contraforce, it was every single game that we found that day for $2. Dodongo put down the camera, he started shopping for himself because there was a lot of stuff there he needed. $2 games then was great, now it's fucking fantastic to find. You don't necessarily run across that every day these days. So that's why I put this one on my list. It takes me back to days of old when you could still find $100 games cheap. So that makes number 4 on my list.
Whoa, your tone. It's all wrong. You do it again. Stab you in the face with a soldering iron.
3.
Episode 5, All Your Games Are Belong to Us. This is the episode where we went to a guy's house named Kenny, and he was just pulling out what seemed to be at the time an endless supply of old video game stuff. On top of that, everything he was hooking up with bro prices. He didn't know us. He didn't know who we were and what we were about. He just wanted to get rid of stuff that was taking up space in his attic, stuff that his wife was most likely nagging at him at and being like, you're not doing anything with it, get it the fuck out of here. I've said this and I've said it before, I'll say it again. Happy wife, happy life. We just happened to call him, be in the right place at the right time, or I guess stumble across the right Craigslist ad at the right time, and we met Kenny. We've actually went there twice, but if it wasn't for this first one, we would not have been able to go back again. That was the time with Pro Jared and his wife when they found the Neo Geo, was it Express Pocket, whatever the fuck you want to call it, the handheld that Billy did not get, which was amazing. But back to episode, what is that? What did I say? 5, episode 5. Kenny. We found Fairchild Channel F there. Super rare console to find. Well, I guess how rare is it since we have found 2 on this show? Anyways, that was just an extremely good dig, extremely good prices, and an extremely cool dude to allow us to be able to come into his place and invade his space. So that makes number 3 on my list.
I don't know what to say.
2.
Episode number 53, Relics from the Past. Now, I know there weren't any games involved in this Game Chasers episode, but I really like this because, well, one, I mean, you guys get to see how much of a dirtbag I really am, hence the name Shady J. I was definitely in a place where I should not have been, not the mall itself, but the back room, the back storage area. There was nobody there to stop me, so when the cat's away, the mice will play. But these Nintendo 64 cabinets and this PlayStation cabinet that we found here and we picked up, this is an important episode to me because I have bought things out of these cabinets before. Billy has bought things out of these cabinets before. Melvor and Dodongo and Redneck Chris have bought things out of this cabinet before. It doesn't have to be a game for it to be important. To find something like that, like really, that to me is kind of like how Billy felt with that sign, I guess. And all of us felt that way. You guys saw, stupid Redneck Chris wound up with one of those cabinets. But that really, it gets you right in the heart. It gets you here. So, that's number 2 on my list, Relics from the Past, episode 53, because everybody needs a place to store their games. Cheap Shady J was willing to pay a little bit of money for this thing. $95, perfect. That's where I want to be. Oh yeah. Ooh.
1.
Episode number 59, Beach Bowl. Why is this on my list? No other reason than I had an extremely fun time filming this. And by filming, I use that term loosely. That means the camera was rolling. This was an amazing time with amazing friends, Norm, Bad Graphics Gamers, and the fact that we were able to win $150 in store credit at their booth. Couple of old dudes, we had to show the young bucks up a little bit. They were talking quite a bit of shit, and no matter how we won, a win's a win. You got too cocky, probably could have put us away, but you didn't do it. See, when you're playing with crafty veterans, Bad Graphics, you got to be smarter than what you are. Well, you're from Ohio, you got to be smarter than what you are anyways. But when you're dealing with someone on our intellectual level, where our IQs are borderline genius, and you're, rednecks from Ohio, you can't do dumb shit like that. You can't just be like, oh, well, we're younger and faster and we're gonna do this and that, because there's no substitute for experience. And I think we proved that. I think we showed these guys a lesson, which is also why I like this episode. It was very good. Norm knew what team to be on. He knew what was gonna go down. He knew what was good for him. He knew he was gonna get something out of it. So I guess in a sense, we kind of duped Bad Graphics without them knowing about it, really without us knowing about it. They just got in over their heads. They bit off too much more than they could chew. And I hope it was a life lesson for them and for everybody out there watching. Just because you're young, it doesn't mean you're better. But that makes number 1 on my list just because of the sheer fun of it. And really, I'm taking this moment to gloat and talk shit to Jay and Buzzy because they're fucks. But thank you guys for the games and for the store credit there. Really appreciate it. I know you're going to make that mistake again in the future because there's always Wiffle Ball and then Beach Bowl too. So I'll be looking forward to taking some games off of you guys. I'm not drawing anything up, but I want them to think we are. Okay. We're resting is what we're doing. So that's my top 5 Game Chasers episodes of all time to this point. Maybe you agree with me, maybe you don't. Guys, please put your top 5 down below, or your top 1 or top 2 or top 3 or whatever it is. Put a little brief description as to why. As always, if there's a subject you want to hear our top 5 on, put in the comments below. If we like it, we'll make a video. Excuse me.
For more top 5s and other original content, head over to the Shady J Show channel.